Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Steve here with the Fandom Show. It's the start of another work week, which must mean that it's time for another episodes of Mondays Suck. Doing a little bit differently today and talking about something that, well, some people think it really sucks, and other people think that it's actually good, which would be the next Karate Kid, also known as the Karate Kid Part 4. So we're going back to 1994. This movie is, of course, the fourth installment in the Karate Kid series, the first to not feature Ralph Macchio as the Karate Kid. Instead, as the title of the movie suggests, there is a new Karate Kid, played by Hilary Swank. She actually has a pretty good job in this movie. This is one of her first major starring roles. She's been in many films since, but it all started for her back with this. A lot of people kind of crap on this movie, say, it's not very good, it's not the Karate Kid, blah, 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 but it's really not that bad a movie. And I think one of the reasons that it took some flack is because, okay, this is the fourth Karate Kid movie. We've seen this kind of stuff again and again, and the sort of consensus was that, well, we've taken the formula and just swapped the guy for a girl, and here's your new movie. And partially, yeah, that's what they did. But again, it's really not that bad a movie. As always, Pat Morita is great as Mr. Miyagi, and it's not up to the level of the first couple of Karate Kid movies, but it's a perfectly serviceable movie. It is not a movie that I would dismiss as absolute crap. I think it's kind of similar to the way that Solo: A Star Wars Story was received. That movie was actually half decent. It took a lot of heat, and I think part of that was because there was just a lot of saturation with Star Wars at the time. We had Episode 7, 8, and Rogue One in a really quick stretch, and now again we're getting Solo: A Star Wars Story. So just for circumstances kind of outside of its control, that movie took a lot of undeserved heat, in my opinion. And I think we saw a similar thing with the Karate Kid. You know, it's the fourth installment of the series. We've seen this stuff over and over again. It was also the early to mid 1990s. Culturally, things were changing up a little bit. So maybe, you know, the Karate Kid, that kind of a story isn't going to be as big a smash hit in that time period as it would have been in the early 80s. But honestly, if you get a chance to check this out, it's certainly worth your time. As I said, not as good as the first two Karate Kid movies, but it's still not a bad sequel at all. So definitely worth your watch if you can find it. I think, again, takes a bit of heat unfairly, which is true of certain sequels the deeper you get into a franchise. But it's certainly recognized here with the Karate Kid. Obviously, after 1994, franchise took some time off. We got the one-off Karate Kid movie with Jaden Smith back in, I think it was 2010. And of course, now we've had the awesome series Cobra Kai, which is still going on as we speak. So the franchise is still healthy, but I think that the next Karate Kid takes a lot of flack really for something that it doesn't really deserve, because it was a good movie that, again, I think just kind of got buried under the weight of its own franchise. That is it for tonight. I'm glad you were here watching with me. I'll be back with more stuff really soon.